Welcome to this quick introduction to G Suite for Education. My name's Miguel Gulen, and I'll be covering just in general a few things that I think you need to know about the context of G Suite EDU and responding to a few questions that I sometimes get about G Suite for Education. Now, when most of us start out with Google, we usually start out with Gmail, and that really sort of provides us with a lot of information. But unfortunately, um, the many of us don't really need to um, or are not able to use Gmail as our starting off spot. Instead, um, we might have to start off using something like Google Drive because we don't have our district doesn't have Gmail available, or Gmail is only available to students. And so you can see that sometimes when you're getting set up to learn a lot about G Suite EDU or G Suite tools, sometimes if you just use your school district account, you're not going to be able to access a lot of the content. So think about it this way. Sometimes if you go up to your waffle up here in the top right hand corner, you'll see tools like groups um, or YouTube. And in some districts, groups you have very limited access. And so if you're trying to learn more about groups, you're going to need to um, switch to your personal Gmail account and use that instead of your school district account, your G Suite EDU account, because you don't have full rights. Same thing with YouTube. I've heard reports of people who want to use YouTube or create playlists, but for whatever the reason, YouTube is blocked in their school district and therefore it's not accessible. So, how do you create a playlist in YouTube if you don't have access to it? Well, you have to log in with a personal account and get access to it that way. So, these are two quick reasons why, but there's even a more important one. If you decide down the road that you want to continue in your journey and get more Google certifications, in addition to perhaps your Google Educator Level 1, Level 2, you want to even be a Google certified trainer, you're not going to want to provide your school district work email account to Google to keep track of you as you work your way through these certifications. And the reason for that is that you know, life, life circumstances might have you working in a different school district the following year, and it might be a little difficult to change your email account. So I would recommend, if you don't already have a Gmail account that you can use, to create a personal Gmail account that's not G Suite, and it's going to give you access to all of the same tools. There will be some minor differences, but you'll have full access to, let's say, groups or YouTube, and that will enable you to use and learn these tools and get certified without your school district's policies, management policies controlling that. Now, speaking of management policies, I'd also recommend that if you're using a managed device, that means like a Chromebook that's owned by the school district, and you notice that you're not able to do some things like access groups or YouTube um, with that device, what you may need to do is either log out of your G Suite EDU account if that's allowed and log in with a personal Gmail, or use a completely different device that's not under the district's control. So this is different for every school district, and what the situation will be will really depend on your particular school district and, well, your situation. So uh, just keep that in mind as you're working through that. Now, one of the other things that are is also good to keep know about is the Chrome Web Store. There there are a lot of apps that you can load. You can see I have those there. But one of the things to keep in mind is this web store that's available. There's extensions and themes and ways to sort of customize um, that. If you're into Bitmoji classrooms and you want to create a Bitmoji, there's the extension that you could actually load, and it would be a part of your Chrome and enable you to do different things. I have a lot of different extensions that I use all the time, um, and you can see those up here in the top right hand corner. So they are very helpful to me and allow me to do lots of things. So definitely explore those and play around with them. A lot of us actually work in Gmail and we work in Google Docs and we create stuff, and just take some time and play around with the environment. Learn how to jump quickly between the different spaces. Learn how to work with the tabs up here in the browser. You can see I have a lot of tabs. I can come down here to pin them, and that sort of puts them off to the side so that I don't accidentally click on the little X that's after each or on each tab, because it goes away. It's just a way to save time and protect any open tabs that you might have. Well, that's just a quick overview of G Suite. In the subsequent videos for G Suite Intro, we'll be talking a lot about different components like Google Drive, um, and docs and sharing and all of that, because sharing folders and files is something that you're going to be called on to do right away, I think, when using this, because G Suite is really about collaboration and working with others. Thanks for watching. Hope I haven't gone too long.